What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Straight Betting. It's been a minute. I'm fucking happy. I was itching, JJ. I've been itching for some good old NBA hoops. I don't know about you, but how did your All-Star break go? How did your viewing experience with the All-Star game go and all that good stuff?
I don't even want to talk about the All-Star game. That was not it. I'll just say that.
Yeah, no, that was not a lot of fun. The All-Star break kind of sucked. I mean, I thought the dunk contest was pretty good. The the dunk contest outside of Castle and Mac McClung, like, bro, what the fuck was like Andre Jackson doing?
Yeah, I can't even tell you.
Yeah, I mean, so that was kind of shitty. Modest was like trying, I guess, but like, I mean, he just like couldn't land a dunk. So that wasn't great. Mac McClung, bro. Someone like, I know like this has been said on Twitter a million times, but like an ant of Zion's got to like come in and take like Max crown. I feel like that could be something good for the NBA.
Good, but it's like they've gotten to the point where they're getting paid too much where they're not going to even possibly do it at this point.
Yeah.
They say they're going to do it and they're not going to do it.
And honestly, dude, if you were the Pelicans, like, would you even like allow Zion to try the dunk contest? Yeah, no, I wouldn't either. Like, that motherfucker's definitely gonna like probably get hurt or some shit. So, yeah. Anyways, let's see. Was there anything else? Jay, did you do like anything out of the ordinary, fun?
Nothing crazy. Just a regular week, just minus basketball.
Yeah. So not regular. But no, I went on a road trip with my mom. We went to Nashville, which is like a 12-hour drive, which is long. But then Nashville, Chattanooga, Knoxville, just like went to some cities because I'm looking to move to either North Carolina or Tennessee. And then I went to Charlotte, home of the best sports town with the Hornets and the Panthers. But Charlotte was pretty sweet. And yeah, we drove back from Charlotte 17 hours straight yesterday, or not yesterday, the day before yesterday, but we got back at 6 a.m. So I don't know. Are you a big road trip guy? Have you ever done like road trips like that?
I just done one just from LA to Seattle and back. That was about it.
Okay. How far is that?
Let me check.
Yeah, I don't know. Those road trips, it's great to have in your car. So like you can, you don't have to Uber everywhere. You don't have to pay a shit ton of money. But holy shit, dude. Those fucking
1,100 miles.
Oh, 1,100? Oh, so that's like what, like 12-hour trip or something?
I mean, as of right now, 17 hours, but maybe take like an hour or two just off because of traffic.
Yeah. Oh man, I didn't realize that was that far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically the whole West Coast.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes I forget that like Cali's actually like pretty far south, or LA's pretty far south, like just compared to the rest of America.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay. Well, anyways, hopefully you guys, spend some time off, got your heads right, all that good shit. And why is this not fucking working? I can't find a way to pull this up. Okay. Well, anyways, yep. All right. Here's the Excel. We ended straight betting with a bang, I'd say. I mean, look at this shit. We had 4-1 this day, or the Wednesday, and the only loss was fucking Anthony Edwards over 30.5 points, where he shot 10 for 33. So that was a great day. And then we ended up, me and Liam both faded Ant under 29.5 points. That was a pretty easy winner. Jose Alvarado was a pretty easy winner. And I believe Norman didn't Norman have like 40?
Yeah. He went crazy.
Yeah. So 3 super easy winners. So where do we stand now? We were we're 57 and 44, 7% ROI, 8.5 year-to-date units, pretty good stuff. You know,
Only a bounce back from the week before.
Yeah, or like the days before.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this, JJ. I mean, we gave out, what is this, 7 straight losers in a row?
Yeah.
Like, my gosh. And then what's this? Another 1, 2, 3, 6 straight losers in a row, 4 straight losers in a row. So we're pretty fucking hot and cold with this shit. But hey, as long as we're in the green to end, right?
Exactly.
So, all right. That's gonna do it for the whole show, guys. We're done. But I will say, guys, if you're in here, before we get started, make sure to like and subscribe on YouTube if you appreciate the content. Obviously, guys, fully self-aware that today is going to be a pretty mid and short stream, right? I mean, we got like, what is this? Hold up. Sorry, okay, why is this showing StreamYard? Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, this is the right tab. Just got to get props madness up. Okay, I'm sorry. I got super sidetracked. Yeah, fully self-aware that this like stream is probably going to be pretty mid. I mean, we have one game. It's the Hornets Lakers. So yeah, but if you do appreciate the content, just the fact that we're doing a stream today, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, follow us on Twitter, all that good stuff. It all goes a long way to supporting us and stuff. So yeah, guys, this is Props Madness. Of course, we have a code SB25 for 25% off. Make sure to check it out, and I'll show it off in a little bit. But yeah, guys, make sure to get questions going down below as well. If you guys have questions, we're definitely going to need some questions. I have a couple leads to talk about. I have one official play to talk about. But make sure to get comments down below going if you guys have any questions about plays, and we'll get to every single question that you guys have today. So make sure to get them down below. All right, let's rip off the Band-Aid. I don't know how I feel about this banner. It's kind of overlapping our stuff. So let's go to minimal. Okay. Jackson Hayes over 8.5 points. Look, since he started starting, you know, he's been going over this a fair bit. I really don't care too much about that. What I'm looking at mostly is the last 2 games, right? So he played 23 minutes. He played 7 minutes. That is obviously the games since Luka came to town. We all know Luka, right? Luka, in my opinion, is like definitely the best partner for Jackson Hayes, right? Like a guard that can just give you easy lobs over and over again. I can't think of any guard, because you could maybe argue Jokic. I can't think of any guard that could maximize Jackson Hayes' scoring production like Luka. Could you think of anyone, JJ, or do you think like Luka? Like who else could maximize Jackson Hayes like Luka could?
Yeah, you can't really think of nobody else, to be honest.
Yeah, like, and I know he shot 6 for 6 and 2 for 2 in these games, but honestly, guys, he's gonna have a ton of games where he just catches like 4 or 5, but just gets 4 or 5 like wide open dunks. That's just what happens playing with Luka. And Jackson Hayes, like, he's not a great player overall, but he is a very athletic center. He is a very great like rim threat, right? Like he's in the NBA because he's very good at like catching lobs and being a rim threat. So yeah, I think he's going to be very efficient with Luka. He's played 30 total minutes in games with Luka, and yeah, he scored 16 points against the Jazz. And I know you guys, we like to pick on the Jazz a lot, but they're a big catch and shoot funnel. If we go to team shooting last 15 games, this is by zone. The Warriors, like I said, their tracking is off, so you just kind of got to ignore them when it comes to the restricted area. But I mean, Utah, over the last 15 games, they literally allow the fewest points in the restricted area. So it's not like Utah is like a super easy matchup for Hayes. In fact, it's actually a pretty bad matchup for Hayes, the way that they are able to protect the rim. So yeah, he did 16 points in 30 minutes. I would expect that he's around like 26 to 32 minutes if the game stays close. He did get hurt in this game. I think it was like a head injury or something. So All-Star break, and now he's time off, and he's good to go. He did play 16 first half minutes in this game before. Like he got a 7-minute stint in the third and didn't come back as a blowout. So maybe like hyper competitive game, he's at 32 minutes or so. I'm not scared of Alex Len. I think you definitely, you don't need him in this matchup. Maybe you need him against like a big center matchup like a Jokic or something, but you don't need him here. So yeah, I think Hayes is going to be around like 26 to 32 minutes. And if you just project him on the low end, obviously like this could happen if it's a massive blowout, like 23. But if you project him for like 26, he's averaging 8.5 on the year. But like I said, guys, Luka's in town now. And I seriously, truly believe that there's not a player in the league that can maximize Jackson Hayes' point production like Luka can. So, yeah, Charlotte also, I know JJ like to pick on Mark Williams. If you just go to like defense versus position last 30 to get like the Mark Williams sample size in, obviously he's not in every one of these games. They're allowing the 5th most points per game to centers. Like I said, not the biggest fan of using defense versus position stuff, but I think centers can be the exception just because most teams really do have like a pretty traditional center out there, like a big man. So yeah, 5th most points per game to centers, and obviously they're all up with like the teams that suck against pick and roll mans and stuff like that. Allow a ton in the restricted area. So yeah, don't really have much else to say. But JJ, do you have any input on this Jackson Hayes look?
Not really. I mean, you pretty much covered every point. Obviously, one thing I like to do, you already pointed out, just attack Mark Williams. He's definitely gonna have to step up off the Luka drives, and obviously his gravitational pull is gonna set up a lot of people like Jackson Hayes and Rui. Like, I think those are gonna be like 2 big beneficiaries going throughout the season.
Yeah. Yep. 100%. Yeah, and it just Charlotte. I guess we could go to a quick look at what are they doing in the restricted area, or what are they allowing in the restricted area? They're like a little below average, so it's nothing crazy. But the points to center thing is nice, and the Mark Williams stuff is also nice. So yeah, Jackson Hayes. I'm mainly just playing this because this is like a line that you would see for Jackson Hayes. I feel like, he's starting. Like we're gonna put him at 8.5. Like that's what they would put him at before Luka got there, and I think that the post Luka thing is just going to make a massive difference for him. Yeah, love this one, and the line that I sent out is still available at -113, so that's a good too. Make sure, I guess, if you have MGM, get in on that at -110. JJ, before we get to some comments, do you have any like thing that off the top of your head that stands out to you, over or under or something like that? Like
I mean, I kind of mentioned it. Just looking at Rui. I mean, even though like transition may not be the greatest, I just think like Luka's gravitational pull, and then they have been allowing like a high like catch and shoot frequency lately. I think last 10.
This is the last 15, but yeah, last 15 definitely allowing like above league average for sure.
Yeah, I think last 10 was 31.1%, and which is 5th most.
Yeah, they've been given. Yeah, the last 10 definitely makes it a little better for sure. The one thing I will say, I feel like you're definitely buying high on Rui here. We know how catch and shoot versus Jazz. If you're a role player, catch and shoot guy, that's like the best matchup in the league for you. And he came through with 2 great games. So yeah, I agree. Like it's a good matchup, but I will say that like, just you are buying high in my opinion with this.
Yeah.
Okay.
If he is getting like 12 plus field goal attempts though consistently, that could be good for him here.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. I'm gonna quick move on to some leans that I have. Both of them are actually RA plays. I like Luka RA. I think he's in a great buy low spot. And look, this is a little bit what's the word? Conspiracy. But LeBron's listed as questionable. He's like listed as questionable most games. I think so. It's a front end of a back-to-back for the Lakers. They play Portland tomorrow. I don't know if Luka's ready to play back-to-backs. He's reported not on a minute restriction, but I don't know if they're going to play him on a back-to-back yet. So, and then you also have like the All-Star fiasco, right? The All-Star game fiasco where everyone was bitching about LeBron not playing, right? So I kind of think that maybe for PR purposes, they might be like, okay, Luka, yeah, just or LeBron, sit this one out. It's front end of a back-to-back. We want to rest Luka the next game and stagger you guys. But also, like, we want like the league to look good. Like, okay, LeBron's actually hurt. He's not just like sitting out the All-Star game. So I do think that there actually is like a really good chance that LeBron sits. And if LeBron sits, I mean, 14 and a half RA for Luka. Like, dude, if LeBron sits, the chances of this losing are like, I don't do like models or probabilities, but I honestly feel like this is like an 85% winner, 90% winner. If you get like a 14 and a half RA and LeBron ends up sitting. So do you think I'm like bullshitting JJ, or what do you think LeBron plays, or what's your thoughts on that?
I mean, honestly, I don't know if he does play, but just thinking about like the whole All-Star thing, like it does make sense for him to sit out to like save face here.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
And
it's not below the NBA to sit players out just to help their PR, because their PR has not been good lately.
yeah, no, for sure. And but it also like with the back-to-back thing, like would legitimately make sense. Like, okay, if LeBron actually is hurt, let's not have him play a back-to-back. If Luka's coming off that calf thing where we were super cautious with him, let's not have him play the back-to-back. Let's just like stagger these guys. Let's have LeBron play this, or Luka play this game, LeBron play the next game. But also on top of that, I mean, Jazz are a really tough rebounding matchup for like, what's the word? For uncontested rebound merchants. Because these guys, like we've talked about how bad the Jazz are in transition, like all year, right? And the reason why teams are bad at transition is if they like over crash the glass. And the Jazz like over crash shit out of the glass. Like they allow like the 6th fewest rebounds on the year, but it's like Luka's not going to get rebounds if the guy he's guarding is like trying to get offensive rebounds on him, right? Like he just kind of like sits in the corner and gobbles up like every weak side rebound. So yeah, the assists weren't great. He also only played 24 and 23 minutes. I think that will kind of overcorrect itself. I mean, we know Luka, right? He's just too good. So I think that this is also a good buy low spot. I also think it's a great like LeBron, really good chance that LeBron doesn't even play. Obviously, you could just wait for it. Obviously, the line's going to move if LeBron doesn't play. So you could try jumping the gun, could like do a half unit play on this, but yeah, like I said, I really think that LeBron probably doesn't play tonight, and that's fine for Jackson Hayes because I think that LeBron's a great passer, obviously, but it's more so Luka that I think is going to elevate Hayes. So, yeah, if LeBron sits, do you have like anything that stands out to you? If we're going with this conspiracy theory,
I mean, just off the top, it would have to just be Luka and Reeves off the rip, just elevating.
yeah,
Ball's gonna be in their hands more.
Reeves is Mark Williams does play drop, so definitely you could see big games for both of them, and maybe you just want to include like PRA for Luka too.
Yeah.
So that could definitely make sense. Okay. Was there another lean? Okay, last lean before I get to you guys' questions. LaMelo Ball. So this ankle thing is concerning, right? Hurt it against the Lakers, missed some time. He came back against the Spurs, which is very, very positive. He came back and played 36 minutes. Then next game, played 10 minutes and got fucking hurt again. So dude's ankles are fucking made out of glass. Hope LaMelo can figure that out and shit. But what do you think LaMelo's minutes are here? I will say the game is in LA. We all know, the whole world knows that LaMelo is like an LA kid. And I think that, obviously his brother got drafted to the Lakers. I think that this is a game where like, LaMelo definitely wants to like play max minutes. I don't know if they're going to let him. Let's see, it is coming off All-Star break, but what are your thoughts on LaMelo minutes here?
I think he'll play his usual minutes here. I mean, just having so much time off, I think he should be good now.
Okay. And then also like I'd say this would also back up that statement, right? The 36 minutes in the first game back. So, I mean, if we just do like I don't see him playing like 40 or anything, but like if you think it's like normal, we could do 26. That's probably a low end outcome, like blowout. And then 37 is probably like hyper competitive game. If you go to PRA, JJ, 18 out of 21 hit rate for 35.5 PRA. Also, rebounds and assists. Obviously, the hit rate's going to be good at this number. Rebounds, good. I mean, everything's a good hit rate. The market is clearly thinking that LaMelo's not really going to play that much because Brandon Miller's still out. Yes, Mark Williams is back, but I think that Mark Williams, Miles Bridges playing, Nick Smith, even Josh Green. I think that it's really good for his assists with all these guys playing. Like obviously, if like Diabate's at center, and what's it called? Like who's And Tijan Saloon's like starting or some shit. Like I'm not gonna like his assists.
Yeah.
But what do you think? What do you think about this stuff, LaMelo stuff?
I mean, I think 26 minutes it definitely shows a great floor. I mean, I can't really argue with that 35 and a half, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is a little low for him.
Yeah, I will say I don't know. I haven't watched enough Lakers, and they've only played the Jazz, who like have like they're very off-ball screen heavy offense. I think my point stays. I don't think this is a good defense, just like overall.
Mm-hmm.
The Lakers are at least, like I said, 18th in defensive rating. Losing 80 and adding Luka, I'd probably put that down to like 20. Like they're probably like a low or a high 20s defensive rating team. So I couldn't tell you exactly what scheme they're going to run. I got to watch a little bit more of that, get some more numbers, some more sample on that. But just from a pure minute perspective, a spot game, he's going to be up in LA. I think that LaMelo stuff is a good look.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
He's always one guy that's just going to chuck too.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's for real. I wonder if this game's on national TV. It's the only game on LaMelo back in LA. I might have just talked myself into PRA stuff. I mean, he's averaging 40.8 PRA in the sample. He's averaging 33.2 minutes. I think like 33 minutes is like a good projection, right? Like factor in a little blowout, factor in like maybe some minute concerns, but yeah. Okay, let's get into questions. Gally said Hayes got us tonight. Yeah, let's hope. Let's hope Jackson Hayes can, get some easy lobs and shit. Green Bean Kessler was out in one of those games for Hayes, yeah. But Green Bean, yeah, he was, I believe. Or no, I don't think he was. Walker Kessler.
When they played head to head?
Yeah, actually Walker Kessler played in both these games against the Lakers. He missed the Clipper game. Love the play though. Luka should feed him. Chris said Luka will be guarding Josh Green too. This is looking like Dalton, see what y'all could have had game. Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, but that's a really good point for Luka rebounds. He will be guarding Josh Green, right? And former Mav, his old teammate. But yeah, Josh Green literally does not move from that corner on offense, and he doesn't really touch the ball unless people overhelp and they give him a wide open three.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be a good angle for the Luka rebounds for sure. Okay. Is there anything else? We don't have any questions. The chats, you guys are kind of being dry. Let's see. Ryu said, "Do you guys have player prop lineup already?" Yeah. The only official play I have is Jackson Hayes over 8.5 points, and JJ's a West Coast guy, so he's fresh out of bed. So I'm the same way when I do the early show. It's like, how are you gonna have a play ready when you woke up like 15 minutes before?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the only play official is the Jackson Hayes stuff. See, okay, sweet. You got a question. Gally said Mark Williams PR. So yeah, Mark Williams is a guy. Definitely a lot of variance with Mark here, right? I mean, just like the pure minute thing, it's a very weird situation. He's not hurt or anything, which is good. Maybe does he need a ramp up because he hasn't played in 2 weeks?
It's definitely a conditioning thing right now.
Yeah. But let's say, what do you have his minutes at, JJ? So he had a ton of like shit minutes games. I think, look at this. Look at Props Madness, JJ. You see this? 31 minutes, but the game went to overtime. They have a little bracket that says game went to overtime, so you don't got to get led astray.
Mm-hmm.
That's sweet. Shout out Props Madness. I'd say like 33 is his ceiling and 25 is his floor.
Yeah, I'd say that's a good range.
Yeah. And then so if you go to the sample size, right, 30.1 minutes is the average, 29.2 PR. So he's definitely close to a PR a minute guy. Do you have any thoughts on the matchup?
I mean, matchup, he definitely has a size advantage here.
Saw 16 and 8 from Walker Kessler, and then 13
you won't
and
have
12.
to face AD again, which is good. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think it
this
just
was
comes
an 80 game.
down to rebounding.
Got 9.5. Yeah, points definitely too. I mean, he had some massive spike games. Yeah, Gally, I'd probably have him at like close to a PR a minute and probably like 29 minutes or so, or 28 minutes. I'd probably have this at like 26.5, 25.5. And yeah, especially at 365. I mean, it's kind of off market, but 365 MGM and ESPN definitely have 23.5, especially is a good look. Maybe he has, and yeah, good hit rate stuff going on here too. And I think the matchup is fine, right? Jackson Hayes is not going to stretch the floor. He's going to be able to, be near the rim. Jackson Hayes, like the only shots he takes are going to be at the rim. Jackson Hayes isn't a great rebounder, so maybe he could punk him for some offensive rebounds. Like I said, this game should be. I actually like this game to be competitive, right? I mean, there is a little weird variables going on with like Mark Williams should have been here, LaMelo back in LA, Luka first non-minute restriction game, only game of the day. Like I kind of like the game to be close. The more I think about it, even with the 12.5 point spread, but. Yeah, because when LaMelo plays, this team's pretty good. So I will say that. JJ, do you have anything extra on Mark Williams? What's your overall take on this Mark stuff?
Mark Williams, I would definitely lean over here. Like I said, I think he has a little bit easier time scoring since AD's not playing this time around.
Yeah.
I think the rest of it is probably going to rely on what can he do on the glass. But I mean, outside of that, yeah, I lean over.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Mark Williams was playing like you said, 25 minutes. I don't know what happened here. I think this was right before the deadline, so maybe they're like being cautious. 32 before that, 32 before that, 33, 31, 33. So yeah, it's like I mean, you maybe like you project him out for like 20, 28 minutes instead of like the 32, which is what he had been playing. And then I think you can still get there with his PR per minute numbers and the matchup and all that stuff. So yeah, Gally, definitely 24.5. I'd probably stay away, but the 23.5, I think you definitely have a good edge there. Okay. If anyone else has questions, like I said, just get to the questions because I already gave out the lean. I already gave out the official play and then the two leans. I'm really close to making this LaMelo over an official play, man. The more I think about it, it just like this line, feels short. Best price on DraftKings and FanDuel too, which is great. Like I said, I really think they let him play. Like this game definitely, he definitely wants to play in LA. I guess we could be a little square. Go to Stat Muse and go to LaMelo stats versus the Lakers on the road. See if he, gets up for these games. And LaMelo's also definitely a better player than he was in these games. So yeah, first game in LA, 26, 5 and 7, 25, 16 and 11, 23, 8 and 8. Pretty good numbers. Definitely seems like he's engaged in LA. So I guess that could be another thing to support it, but I don't know what to keep me off. There is definitely minute concern risk, but yeah, JJ, why am I not playing this?
Honestly, I can't tell you.
Why are you not playing it?
I don't know. I'm more so curious about like what other props may release.
Yeah.
On either side, to be honest.
No, for sure.
I feel like the role players could be very valuable here whenever they release.
No, it's definitely fair. Yeah, for me personally, fuck it, bro. I'm playing it. I talked myself into it. I don't know. Like I said, even if so, okay, let's do like what's like a worst case scenario. What do you think a worst case scenario is here? Okay, LaMelo, your ankles are cooked, and we just got blown out.
He shoots like 6 of 25.
Yeah, but that's. What do you think's like the worst case minute scenario? Because the more I think about this game, I kind of think that it's actually going to be somewhat close. Like I said, I could be wrong there, but because PRA could, it's always hard to get to a PRA over in a blowout, but assists even. Like I said, I wish I had more clarity on the scheme. I don't really have a ton of clarity on like the defensive scheme without AD. I don't know if Jackson Hayes is going to be switching. He's definitely switchable. He's very mobile. But do you want to give up a switch to put Reeves on Mark Williams? I wouldn't think so. Or maybe you would with Rui and LeBron and Luka though. So yeah, I don't know what's holding me off LaMelo, guys. I'm just going to be completely honest. Let's see, he got hurt against the Lakers, but of course he did. He had 7 points, no rebounds, and an assist, so 8 PRA. And I mean, that's just such a small sample. You can't really take much from that. Yeah, I'll probably have some time to think about this, but guys, I'm leaning super, super heavy on LaMelo overs stuff. I love that it's in LA. I really think that actually does matter for potentially swinging like a 20 or like a 30-minute restriction to like a 33 or 34-minute restriction. But let's just, okay, LaMelo ball stats. I'm just going to go to his stats on the year. Actually, I don't have to do this anymore. Let's project him out for 30 minutes. This is going to be the last thing I do when I talk about LaMelo here. So on the year, he's averaging 32.5 minutes, 32.5 divided by, or no, 30. So 39.7 PRA is what he's averaging. He's averaging 32.5 minutes. So what's the number we're going to use, JJ? What's the number for minutes? If we want to play it safe and assume a slight minute restriction and a blowout chance.
Say, I mean, I feel like you had it in the right range, 26 to 33.
So should we just take 30? So
yeah, say 30.
Yeah. Okay. So per 30 minutes, he's averaging 36.6. And this is a 35.5 line. You add in the motivation factor for this game. Like I said, I can't speak too much about scheme, but I can speak about the overall defense. And the overall defense, I don't expect to be good. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I should be playing this, to be honest. Maybe it's just because I don't know if assists is a better look or rebounds and assists or just points, but yeah. Maybe it's the fact that I already have an over in this game, but I feel like Jackson Hayes could get there without a blowout. So, Tommaso, hey, how you doing? Tommaso, do you have anything for today or any leans looks? I miss seeing Tommaso's comments pop up. It's giving me good vibes. But yeah, Tommaso, let me know if you have any leans or anything you already played or stuff like that. And like I said, guys, this is probably going to be somewhat close to a last call because, I mean, first of all, this is a non-playoff one-game slate, so we were kind of planning on being in the 30 to 45-minute range anyways. But yeah, this is kind of like a last call for any leans or questions you guys will have that you guys want us to get to. And we'll definitely get to that. We'll give it like a couple minutes and then get to those and then finish up the stream. But yeah, if anyone just has any questions they want to get to, just let us know. Oh, so Tommaso, you already played LaMelo. Oh, you got 34.5. Yeah, that's good shit. See, I'm really liking 35.5, and you got a better price, so that's good stuff. JJ, you talked about Rui. What do you think about Rui? 2 threes. Obviously, it's pretty juiced now, but like I said, I'm assuming Tommaso got a slightly better price. But what are your thoughts on Rui threes?
I just think, I mean, the catch and shoot, obviously, the high frequencies there already. And then Luka is just going to draw a lot of attention. I think that should open it up.
Yeah, 100%. Let's see. He played the Jazz twice. Like I said, these are very, very good matchups, obviously, for Rui. Like perfect matchups almost. But yeah, 3 for 6, 3 for 5. That's definitely good stuff. We're getting a 1.5 line. JJ hit on the catch and shoot frequency that we can look at right here. Fifth highest catch and shoot 3-point frequency over the last 10 games. And yeah, so I think Rui just like naturally playing alongside Luka is going to turn into more of a catch and shoot corner camper and get very good looks doing that. So that's like another someone whose role has like changed. Obviously, I bet on Jackson Hayes over points due to that. But Rui threes is also going to be a role boost his 3-pointers by playing with Luka. So yeah. Yeah, we talked about Luka. I talked about his RA. I really think that LeBron is not going to play here just due to like the all-star criticism. Like he'll actually have to like show that he's hurt almost, right? But it's also the front end of a back-to-back. I think the Lakers might want to implement resting Luka on the second night of a back-to-back coming off that calf issue, especially if they're going to play him like 36 minutes tonight. Like they said, he's not going to be on a minute restriction. But yeah, I think there's a really good chance that LeBron doesn't play, and then Luka's lines are pretty much like going to have a very, very good chance of hitting if you get LeBron who doesn't play. But yeah, I mean, if they're going to, allow catch and shoot stuff, Mark Williams is going to get cooked by Jackson Hayes for a couple lobs. Yeah, his assists are looking good. So I'm a big fan of Luka stuff, Tommaso. Jay, did you have any input on Luka?
I mean, no minutes restriction. Luka should just beat Luka today, honestly. I mean, who's really going to guard him here?
His former teammate that knows all of his tricks, Josh Green. It will be Josh Green. I don't know. I don't think that Josh Green is like a super difficult matchup or anything, but Luka will know his tendencies too on defense. Tommaso said Mark Williams PR looks low. Yep, we talked about that and we came to a conclusion that it is a tad bit low. Definitely some risk. There's a lot of risk involved for like a lot of these guys right now, just with like minute restrictions. Minutes are definitely could be variable. Could have a fair bit of variance here. Prophet, what's up, Prophet? Hope you're doing good. Hopefully you got your All-Star break resting. Said he laddered Rui up to 4+. Yeah, I love that. I think that Rui could be like a guy who's like could randomly start having a ton of like 3 and 4 3-point make games just playing with Luka, kind of like how PJ Washington would and stuff. JJ, what do you think about this long shot? This is a great correlation, by the way, Tommaso.
I mean, I love it.
Yeah,
it's definitely correlated.
I think that Luka. What's Luka triple double? A Luka triple double, guys. I guess we don't do alts. We only do ladders when we have Liam on the show, like officially. But Luka Doncic triple double, guys, is a great way to play it. I think. Let's see, do they have triple fours? Plus 575. I wonder if you can build this out and get like a better price. I'm gonna go to Bet365 real quick. Bet365, and then I think a Luka triple double, and then like Rui to hit 3 threes, Jackson Hayes to have like 8 points or some shit, dude. I think that's like a perfect way to play. Like LeBron doesn't play. Luka. Oh, Andrew said Luka is on a minute restriction. I thought he wasn't.
No, they took him off.
Yeah, Andrew.
JJ Redick announced it, I think, yesterday or 2 days ago.
Yep, it said lineup alert. Luka Doncic not expected to have a minute limit moving forward. Okay, let's quick build out a trip dub on 365 because I feel like that's usually where you're gonna get one of the
Andrew's is saying it's supposed to be after tonight.
Where did you see that? I just searched up Luka minute. I'm seeing conflicted stuff on this. Yeah, Andrew, where are you seeing this? Could you send me the tweet? Yeah, the only thing I see is JJ Redick. I haven't seen anything about Lucas. Someone with 500 followers that doesn't seem like a reporter said that Luka's still on a min restriction, but everyone else is saying that he's not. Andrew, can you tell me what the Lakers reporter's name is? Because I mean, the only thing I'm seeing is like the head coach, who like I trust the head coach more than like a reporter, to be honest. But yeah, Andrew, could you tell me what the reporter's name is? Because this is actually some important stuff for sure. Mike Trudell. Okay, let's search up Mike Trudell. Okay. Jay, do you use X Pro?
As far as like searching stuff up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, what is going on? So there's just like the thing is, Mike Trudell reported this, reported JJ Redick's words, and there's actually like a video of JJ Redick saying he'll be fine. His minutes will be up tomorrow. I'm gonna honestly, Andrew, I appreciate you sharing this. This is definitely like good stuff. I'm gonna assume that Luka's not on a min restriction just because there's a literal video of JJ Redick saying that. But I could, like I said, I mean that's good stuff. I'm glad that you shared that. Let's see. So you could do a Luka triple double on Bet365 if you just do 10 rebounds, 10 assists for plus 650. If you guys are want to playing long shots on Luka, I think that's a great way to play it. Maybe you could even add like LaMelo stuff in there too. I think this is a great SGP game, by the way. So there's that. Yeah, so we were talking about this. We kind of got sidetracked, JJ, but you said you like Luka 10 assists and 4 threes. Let's see, what's the price?
Yeah, I like that. I think there was like 650 on Bet365.
This
moved.
Okay. This play from Tommaso is plus 1,000 at 365. So I mean, this definitely correlates a fair bit, and I think it's a fair look. Okay. LaMelo double. Yeah, I mean Tommaso. Like I said, I really am into LaMelo stuff here. I think his assists are a good look. Like I said, I can't really touch on the scheme, but his assists at 6.5 are low, and I think there's a good chance that he's really not on a minute restriction. I think there's a good chance that he's very engaged in this game. So I don't hate it. Let's see, what's the price? Especially if this is like plus like 400 or something. Oh, wow. Yeah. No, this is a great price. Yeah, for sure. I mean, you're never seeing LaMelo double priced around this. And yeah, for sure. Do you have a take on LaMelo?
As far as double, I do not. But I mean, if he's playing full minutes, I couldn't hate it.
Yeah, let's take out these. So yeah, it's like around a quarter of the time he's getting 10 assists or something. A lot of these games were with like straight shitters is like his like supporting cast. So I mean, we could do like with Bridges, with Mark Williams. I mean, and it's like 3 out of 11. But I mean, he's had 9 assists in like 3 of the games. I feel like he doesn't really get 10 rebounds anymore. I guess he did get 10 rebounds once, so he always can get 10 rebounds too. I'd say it's pretty low probability, but yeah, for sure. Okay, we hit the 45-minute mark. We answered all the questions. Sweet. What I want to say, guys, if you guys are interested in Props Madness, it is 25% off with code SB25. We're showing off the tools here, guys. It has literally everything, everything you need to research the NBA. You can be brand new to NBA and teach yourself how to research bets. And if you have any questions about Props Madness, make sure to shoot JJ or I a DM on Twitter. We'll answer every question you guys have about Props Madness. If you guys, want some tips or tricks to, to understand it. And yeah, if you guys are on YouTube, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel. All that stuff just goes a super long way to supporting the channel. So if you guys do appreciate the content we bring, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. And we actually have one last question that we can get to. So Chris, Miles Bridges rebounds without LeBron, that makes the Lakers. Yeah. Let's see. We gotta do this with Mark Williams in. It said, I thought that was rebounds and said 3.5. I'm like, holy shit. So 6.5, very juiced at FanDuel. His minutes are safe. Like, he's not going to be on. Like, we're talking about LaMelo and Mark, how they could be a little bit different. Miles is pretty locked in to his minutes. I will say I would expect Miles Bridges to guard LeBron if he does play. I think that he's not going to play, but the thing is, Miles Bridges' line won't move due to LeBron not playing news. So if that's part of your edge that you think you have, I think you gotta wait for that news. Personally, but yeah, I mean, with Williams, I guess we could do it with. I think the main variable is with Mark Williams, and kind of crushes there. So, Jay, did you have a thought on Miles stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I think his rebounds are always going to be safe here. I mean, he's been very consistent with it, no matter who's playing in the matchup.
Weirdly enough, the Lakers are allowing the fewest rebounds the last 10 games. And like AD's basically missed like all the last 10 games, right?
Yeah. But then you got to figure out, like, is it going towards the forwards or is it just completely limited centers in general? Because they've been great the last 10, but sometimes, like, maybe, like, someone getting a lot of shots up in a certain area, like at the core, like maybe like a lot of 3-pointers, a lot of mid-range, like someone always benefits from one area at least, and everybody else may struggle. So I guess that's like the part to figure out.
Yep. I kind of think Mark Williams is in a good rebounding spot just because Jackson Hayes is going to have no usage and not stretch the floor. So that's not great for Miles. Like, sometimes an edge can be like, like Mark Williams is going to guard Wemby, so he's going to contest like a shit ton of shots, and he's going to have a poor rebounding game. So Miles will pick up the slack here. I don't think that's the case due to like the center matchup.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it is pretty juiced. So look, I'd say I'd lean over at 6.5, but you also want to make sure he's not going to be guarding LeBron. You might just want to wait, and maybe this price goes down a little bit, but yeah. Let's see, 8.5, even the 7.5. But I will say, like, he is averaging 8.2 rebounds, 33 minutes in games with Mark Williams. So that's definitely good. But yeah, Chris, sorry, I'd lean over slightly, but I don't think it's anything crazy. All right, JJ, do you have anything else you want to say, maybe in relation to all the picks that we get that were asked, or anything like that, or anything you just want to say before we head out?
Really just waiting for tomorrow's slate, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, going to be way better. We still found a way to make this a 50-minute stream, which is good. But yeah, I guess quick recap. The only play I gave out was Jackson Hayes over 8.5 points. Like I said, just think that with Luka in the Mark Williams Charlotte matchup, I think it's too low. Like I feel like this is a line that he would have like pre-Luka, and now post-Luka. I mean, he's just going to be absolutely maximized scoring wise with Luka. So willing to buy into that with Jackson Hayes. All right, well, that's going to do it. Like I said, one last reminder, guys, make sure to like and subscribe if you guys are on YouTube. We'll be back tomorrow with two shows. One at 7:30 a.m. Eastern, one at 9:45 Eastern. First one with me and Liam, and second one with JJ and I. So yeah, that should be a lot of fun. And then we're gonna have a guest on Friday, which will be sweet with JJ and I. So guys, make sure you're tuned into that. Make sure you're subscribing, maybe turning on notifications so you know when we're live. following us on Twitter, turning on our notifications there too as well. So yeah. All right. Well, best of luck, everyone. Make sure to not overdo it, guys. I know we're all itching to bet, but you got to remember it's one game with a massive spread. So, and a ton of people who knows if they're going to be on minute restrictions and stuff. So, yeah, just be careful out there. Don't overexpose yourself. All right. Well, we will see you guys tomorrow.